Okay, so today I was going to take the opportunity to kind of just show you guys how I shoot moody scenes on a camera that does not have log. You know, what you're looking through right now is a Canon 77D. It's a fairly old camera. It's not new by any stretch of the imagination. The dynamic range on this camera is, I would say non-existent, but just to give this camera credit, I mean, I think it shoots like 12 stops or 11 stops or something like that. Not particularly good. It's not a cinema camera, C300 Mark II, Mark III, whatever. But in any case, if any of you guys are out there who are just like shooting on older DSLRs just because you're like maybe getting just started on filmmaking or making videos, or you just like want some quick helpful tips in order to get images to look a little bit better, a little bit cleaner, I'm gonna shoot this scene here. I'm gonna frame it up for you guys. And I'm gonna show you the difference between trying to shoot a moody scene into the camera and then shooting a half stop, or even in some cases a stop brighter, and then bringing it down in post, and kind of just show you guys how you can get a cleaner image. And not just a cleaner image, but an image that has more luminance, more contrast, and just generally have more of a dynamic look with cleaner shadows. Let's say this is what you want your image to look like in post. This is kind of like a really dramatic, moody scene, deep shadows. Looks good, except I wouldn't actually shoot it this way if this is what I want it to look. If I'm going for, shooting in a neutral profile or a standard profile, basically anything that's not log, try not to shoot footage the way you want it to look in post. But what I would do is I would actually shoot this maybe a half stop brighter. So I would go from f4 to, let's say, f3.2, and to me that looks really good. So right now I'm shooting at 3200 ISO f3.2, and if I bring this down in post, we can see the difference between what this looks like and what the other footage looks like shot at f4. So once again, this is what the footage looks like if I was shooting it moody into camera. So I'm shooting at f4 here. And then this is what it looks like shooting one stop brighter and then bringing down the exposure levels using the curves in post. You can see the difference right away, man. It looks more contrasty. Since our luminance levels are higher in the highlights, you can really see the difference between the highs and the lows in the shot. Not to say that the first shot didn't look good, but the second one just looks a whole lot more punchy. Also, since we're bringing levels down, it kind of by default makes our shadows cleaner. So even though we're shooting at the same ISO in both of these shots, you can tell that in shot one, we have just a little bit of grain in the shadows. And then in shot two, since we had to bring the levels down in order to match the look we actually wanted, it kind of inherently made our shadows cleaner. Likewise too, guys, I just really wanted to shoot on the 77D. I kind of don't shoot with it a whole lot. And so it just kind of got me thinking about any one of you out there who may be shooting on like a T7i or a 77D like I am. Like, what kind of images can you get out of this camera? Even though it's a little bit old, it's a DSLR, but what kind of images can you still get out of these old 1080p cameras in 2024? You can check out some other videos shot on the C300 here on this channel. I'll add links to those videos here, but this one's short and sweet, man. That's all I got for you guys. I'll see you guys in my next one.